בית אדוני, בואו נשתחווה ונכרעה, נכרעה לפני אדוני עושנו, עבדו את אדוני בשמחה, באו מפניו ברננה. מי אדיר על הכל, מי ברוך על הכל, מי גדול על הכל, ויברך החתן והכלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני, אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו וציוונו על העליות, ועשה לנו את הארוסות, והתיר לנו את הנשואות לנו על ידי חופה וקידושין. ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש עמו ישראל על ידי חופה וקידושין. אמן. As you share of this cup of wine, it is my prayer that God will grant you, Annette and Joshua, length of days and long life, share many joyous moments together.
The Chassan has designated Yaron Rabbinek and Moshe Gardner to be witnesses to the exclusion of all others.
The bridegroom will now place the marriage band upon the forefinger of Annette's hand and pronounce the ancient solemn Jewish declaration of marriage. Sheva Brachot. Sheva Brachot. As the ring is a perfect circle, so may God grant unending love to both of you and fullness of life.
Rabbi Chaim Gold, uncle of the Chassan, will now read the Ketubah.
שלישי בשבס, והבוס היום הקדש מנחמוב, בשנת 5 חמותים משנם ב-26, תביעת סביבם כמיניון שלומונים כאן, דורנט ניו יורק, במדינת אמריקה הצפונית, הפוסים יושב דוד בן רבי יצחק משפחת סרובן, עומר והאבא בסורתו, חן האלו, באסטגיש נקו במשפחת ברסטר, חד ילדים תופקידס משל ישראל, חונף לחלוקת ומפנס, שכדוש ולגדותו, לפני ידועים, כפורקים וחוקים, וזונים מפנס משם קושטר. אני יודע שמאור בסולייכי כסף סוזי מוסן, את חזדך מדברייסה. ונעקת סוסייסי ספייכי מיאלו בסייכי כתרח ולאו, שגסם סחן האידו סולטה דור. ואבסטלינטו, בדיני דוניה דענוס תהיה גאה בוח, ומכסתי סטוב, בתכשיטים כמו מבושו ושיבושי דיארסו. הכל קיבל עוד יהושע דוד חסנדמן מיאז קצור. יהושע דוד חסנדמן ועושה כולם מדידי עוד מיאז קצור בחיים כנגדם סך הכל מסיים קצור. כך אמר יהושע דוד חסנדמן אחרי השתרקסות הדוד ונידין סתדו. Rosh Hashanah, Rabbi Yosoi, Basoi, Esbora, Mikor, Shad, Basni, Nan, the Islita, Shaya, Moi, the Ossi, and the Mikne. So, the Hossi Islam Nachayos, Placement Nachayos. The one Yan Achaim, Barbaim, the Fram in Hom, Shtak Sutadon, the King, Setadon, Noi, Bakurin, Lima, Darkes, Koi, Chayo, Basachai, Name the Non, Lola. Bakurin, Shtak Sutadon, Bring Dane, Setadon, Yeshua David. And then came a Kosher, Students to the Septus, modern base Israel. Swing didn't have Minu, Zir from the Bracha. Like a smart of to say the story, meaning Yeshua David, and the Gitz Mishpachas Student, Sandanon, Mas Kanaidu, Basket, Gitz Nifu, Mishpachas Press, Web, so to do. A command, Kossi, Korash, the old moment of Kosher, Mikne Beit. A Kosher, the Kayam, Num, Meshuvim, Benayish, Rager. Partner A. Num Yaron ben Shon Yaakov Rabbinek A.
Joshua, you present to Annette the ketubah stating the privileges of a Jewish wife and your obligations as a Jewish husband. It is with heartfelt joy that I stand under the chuppah together with you, Joshua, and you, Annette. The chuppah that symbolizes your desire to unite your lives, to help each other to grow and to develop and to become one. You, Annette, and you, Joshua, Yeshua, have responded to each other's love with love. You have listened to each other's heartthrobs, words spoken and not spoken, and have responded humanely. Reflect for a moment that our religion began when Avram and Sarah together heard God's voice, and when the Bnei Israel at Mount Sinai heard the voice of God in the clouds and received the Ten Commandments. Both of you are committed Jews. Torah and mitzvahs is a part of your life. Everything Jewish is actually a part of you. You hear the voice of Sinai, and it is a source of nachas to Gigi and to Erwin and to your mother and to myself, that you blend modernity with Torah and your lives reflect the very best of Jewish tradition. As Jews, you also have heard the voice of history. You are both citizens of the state of Israel, Ezrachim b'Medinat Israel. You serve in the army. You have decided to build your lives in Israel, to participate in the difficult task of rebuilding the Jewish homeland and Eretz Israel. You also have heard the cry and the voice of fellow Jews, Jews in Soviet Jewry, feeling at one with Jews everywhere. Annette, Joshua, the candles used to accompany you down to the chuppah are the same candles used 54 years ago at the wedding of Joshua's grandfather and grandmother in Jerusalem, and your uncle Sarah and Avram, and also your mother and myself. The past is alive in both of you. The Jewish tradition is meaningful. Both of you have drawn from homes imbued with Jewish commitment. And the past is alive in both of you. It means that Avraham and Yitzchak, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, and Leah, Rabbi Akiva and the Rambam, the Maharal and Rav Kook are part of your lives. And most important, not only to hear the voice of history and the voice of fellow Jews and to respond humanely to God, to listen to each other with love, to ever walk the path of life together, to be in tune with each other, to always anticipate each other's needs, to to respond to the spoken and the unspoken word, so that God should grant you both length of days and long life, that all of us here joining in the Simcha will recognize that you are blessed by our Almighty Father in heaven, who participates under the chuppah in the Simcha by having given each of you to each other.
The Chassan and Kala would like to honor Mr. Erwin Bressler, father of the Kala, by having him recite the first of the Sheva Brachot.
Eloheinu melech olam, borei peri hagoshen.
Amen. The Chassan and Kala would like to honor Rabbi Philip Goodman, grandfather of the Chassan, by having him recite the second of the Sheva Brachot.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, shakol bara lechodo.
Amen. The Chassan and Kala would like to honor Mr. Julie Fuchsman by having him recite the third of the Sheva Brachot.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, yotzer adam.
Amen. The Chassan and Kala would like to honor Avi Goodman, uncle of the Chassan, by having him recite the fourth of the Sheva Brachot.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher יצר את האדם בצלמו, בצלם דמות תבניתו, והקימנו ממנו בניין עד היד. ברוך אתה אדוני יוצר האדם. Amen.
The Chassan and Kala would like to honor Dr. Robert Bressler, uncle of the Kala, by having him recite the fifth of the Sheva Brachot.
Zoals de zeer de sogeel voor komor, but the kibbutz for neo, the sof for the simple, Baruch atah Adonai, the sameach Zion, the boneo.
Amen. The Chassan and Kala would like to honor Rabbi Chaim Gold, uncle of the Chassan, by having him recite the sixth of the Sheva Brachot.
שמח תשמח, ואם הוא אהובים, כשמח אפוי כי תציר חו בגן עדן מקדם, ברוך אתה אדוני, ושמח חסון ושלום.
Amen. The Chassan and Kala would like to honor Mr. Nathan Rubin, grandfather of the Chassan, by having him recite the last of the Sheva Brachot.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech olam, asher borah tzachas simcho chosan v'kalo gilo rinoti tzavachedva avo v'yachvo v'shalom v'reyut me'er Adonai Eloheinu ישמע ביורא יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים כל ששון וכל שמחה כל חסון וכל כבוד וצלצ חסדים וכבוסם הנאה לי במשתני נוסם ברוך אתה אדוני משביח אתה עם הקלה.
At this moment of your joy and happiness, Joshua and Annette should remember that your lives are linked with that of Klal Yisrael. For those Jews in Russia who cannot live Jewish lives, the people in the land of Israel whose fate and destiny is not yet clear, yet governed always by God's providence. This is marked by remembering that the destruction of the temple 1900 years ago began the exile of our people. The breaking of the glass recalls this destruction.
Shabtai,